Racism is toxic. It creates a sick environment for all involved, not just for the oppressed. In order for those of the dominant culture to benefit from the status quo, we must give up our voice for what is just, humane, and part of the ideals of a free society. This creates a cognitive dissonance which seeds a sort of psychosis in individuals, institutions, and nations. We have not advanced very far since the Civil Rights Movement. By keeping silent as individuals, organizations, and leaders, we perpetuate a sickness. I am beginning to engage in this work as an ally. Policies that create the framework of organizational structure must include an equity and inclusion lens to create accountability from leadership. This creates an attitude that can change behaviors and belief systems of institutional racism. We must be willing to dialogue about our own privilege in order to unpack deeply ingrained beliefs about racial hierarchy and its constructs that have created this inequality. Unless we are intentional about this work, systemic oppression continues to be reinforced. We have an obligation to acknowledge injustices in the past that continue to traumatize communities of color in unequal outcomes of life opportunities. As diversity is growing, inequalities continue to exist across all domains. This problem will not go away. Racism in the workplace hurts business. It creates staff turnover, absenteeism, it creates legal costs, it hurts productivity, and it creates ill health. Addressing racism is the right thing to do, and we must build our tolerance for acknowledging our complicitness to this problem. In order for workplaces to be fair, equitable, and inclusive for all, we must increase our capacity to approach cultural competency and racism at the organizational level in order to bridge this disconnect between policy and practice. Gains in equity and inclusion will be short-lived unless we see this as a systemic problem. Addressing racism is essential to the advancement of human rights. It is essential to the health of our communities. It is essential for our organizations. It is essential as a citizen.